Hey, what's up guys? GovFootball back here with another video. This video is basically my comic book pickups for the last 3 weeks because I haven't been able to do a video. So I'm just going to show you guys what I got now. Sorry if my voice is a little quiet. I'm doing this pretty late at night, so not pretty late, but everyone's sleeping, so I gotta be kind of quiet. Let's see here. First, I'll just show this. I think this has actually been out for a while, but it's the graphic novels Essentials and Chronology for 2014 for DC, and this basically shows like Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, all their different trades and stuff, and it actually tells you like the suggested reading order to like read everything in. So that's really cool. So yeah, I got that. Like it's that thick and it was free, so you can't beat that. Okay, these books were from, let's try and figure this out here. 11th, so the 4th. Here, let me, no, my phone's over there. Shoot. Got my trusty marble calendar here. These books were from 1, 2, 3, May 21st, 2014. So let's show these guys. One DC book, 1, 2, 3 Marvel, 2 Image, and then 1 Archie. So let's get with it. The 1 DC I got, Batman and Frankenstein, another Hunt for Robin issue. I've really been enjoying this, and basically Frankenstein's helping him once again try and catch up with Ra's al Ghul and get Damien and Talia's bodies back. And Frankenstein was pretty mad at him because he was using Frankenstein's body to try and do experiments to make Damien live again, like right after he died. So here's some art. Good art. Doug Mahnke did this issue, who did Green Lantern for a while. It wasn't the regular artist who's I forget his name. It wasn't the regular artist who usually does this, but I enjoyed Doug Mahnke's art. So yeah, Batman and Frankenstein. Then here, Daredevil number 3, right here. What can I say about this book? We find out Foggy isn't dead. We're still not 100% sure what exactly happened that people think he's dead, but I think next issue we're gonna find out. So that should be good. And it ends with Matt in a pretty precarious situation. So and of course, let's find some good art here, because Chris Samney's art is some of the best stuff ever. Let's do this right here. I just love Chris Samney's art. He's one of my favorite guys. It's Daredevil number 3. Original Sin number 2. This is continuing the story. we find out who one of the main villains is in this issue. And basically it's more setting up of what's going to happen. Like most of the issue, they're chasing around one of those, what are those things called? The mindless ones. They were chasing around a mindless one. And basically it was all the little teams doing their own thing, trying to figure out what happened. So there's that. Good art by who does the art in this? Mike Diodato. I'm not a big fan of his, but the art's pretty good. That's original sin number 2. Amazing Spider-Man number 2. I really like this cover for some reason. I don't know if it's the colors or what it is, but wow, it's been a while since I read this. I kind of forget what happened. Oh yeah, there's this thing at the beginning. It's a prelude. It shows, I guess it's Silk. Who they're calling Silk is other person who got bit by the spider Peter Parker got bit by, and she knows Peter's Spider-Man. So there's that, and she's watching a fight between the second fight Spider-Man and Electro ever had. So that's interesting. Peter has a talk with Maria, or Anna Maria, and it goes to Electro, some stuff there. He meets with the Avengers and basically fills them in on what happened, because they really weren't sure. At Parker Industries, he has no idea what to do because Doc Ock had a way smarter mind than Peter. So Peter's like way out of his league. So he basically has Anna Maria help him and Sanjani help him. And Electro ends up killing his girlfriend because she has a bunch of piercings and stuff, and when he kisses her, a bunch of electricity came out and it killed her because the metal conducted electricity. And then the issue ends with them fighting, and Black Cat's there, and basically Peter has a talk with Johnny Storm. And basically at the end he says he wants to build a big supervillain prison where Spider Island was that Doc Ock had. So and Parker Industries is going to make it. So yeah, that's Amazing Spider-Man number 2. Then here I got the big issue, Invincible 111. First in a bold new direction. First issue in a starting a new era. First issue for a new generation. Terror, violence, mayhem, horror, misery. There was another cover like this, I think. It might have been Spider-Man, but I'm not 100% sure. This ends up where the last issue ended, and where Invincible's in the hole where he got raped, and he goes to the Pentagon to meet with what's his face, Cecil, and basically Robot comes and he brutally kills him, and Invincible destroys Robot. Like if there's people like really sensitive to gore and stuff, just skip a couple seconds because It's pretty bad what he did. Like, that's crazy. Invincible took care of Robot. Um, there's another robot in the house where Adam Eve is, and they're fighting, and Robot rips off one of Adam Eve's legs, and she uses her powers. So the thing of the baby is like in question. Like, Robot's basically gone crazy, but Mark goes to his dad for help, and that's basically the issue. And it's really interesting to see where they're going. So, Invincible 111, one of my favorite superheroes. This is Afterlife with Archie, number 5, which is the end of the first arc for this story. And it's basically the story. What was it? It's basically the story of Veronica's. Or is it? I forget which one it is. But the servant in Lodge Manor talking about how he said he's going to protect the family there, Veronica and her dad and stuff, and he's sworn to do it, and they're trying to find a way out, and Archie thinks up a plan, and they all get out. So it's basically they go into the woods, and you don't really know where they're going to be going. So it's interesting to see where or what's going to happen next. So yeah, this is Afterlife with Archie. Something really cool. Definitely check it out. I know I think the trade just came out, so definitely check it out. And the last one, which was my pick of the week for the week of the 18th, right? Wait, no. The 21st, May 21st. So, of course, Saga number, what is it, 22? 19. Saga 19. It's the return of Saga from the hiatus, which I love. A lot of comics should do that because it just makes you anticipate it more. But more story. Very graphic first page. Oh, that surprised me when I opened it up. It's basically the birth of Prince Robot, the fourth, and talks about the history there, and it goes to the baby, and what's her face? I forget their names. But the girl was basically an actor in some kind of soap opera, and she got fired, and that's one way they were making money, basically. And they're still living in the tree spaceship with the guy's mom, and the baby actually gets really close to the walrus that the grandmother purchased just for the blubber, which is kind of funny. And they're basically just living a normal life, and they kind of get in an argument at the end, and it just basically says this is the story of how my parents split up, which is really sad. But this is one of my favorite books going. So definitely check it out. Saga's awesome. I think there's 3 trades out of it already. If I'm right or wrong, I forget which one. But I think there's 3 of them. Okay. The next week, which is May 28th, 2014, I have 3 DC and 3 Marvel. So, there we go. First one, Batman number 31, 0 Year Final Act. It isn't the final issue of it, but there's 2 more issues. Next issue is the penultimate. The issue basically consisted of Batman trying to stump Riddler with a riddle to save the city, because that's what he's got to do. And this awesome Greg Capullo picture right here, like, that's just a cool picture. I love that Batman on a motorcycle right there. Like, I love the way he draws Batman and people and everything. And basically the thing doesn't work, and Batman ends up falling into a trap with some lions, and the lions are attacking him. But he ends up defeating them, and he barely escapes in time because Riddler changes the gravity in the hole, and it's like an underground like car park, and all the cars just basically go whoosh, and crush back down, and Commissioner Gordon barely saves him. But they kind of hint at the end that he kind of knows how to beat him, and they're probably going to lead to that in the next issue. So this is actually a really cool cover. I love this cover too. So Batman, it's still good. The next one is Nightwing number 30. A lead into Grayson. This issue really wasn't going to happen. It's basically Grayson issue 0, if you'd want to call it that, because it's Batman suggesting that Dick's dead, and him and Bruce fight, and he suggests he should go into the spy agency because he kind of wants to know what's going on in there. So he does that, and basically it sets up for what's going to happen. What's the name of it? It's called Spiral, is the spy agency. So basically look at that. Maybe it'll probably be about 15 issues of Grayson, I'm guessing, and then he'll go back to Nightwing. So that's that. It was an okay issue, not one of my favorites, but it's Nightwing, which I love, and Tim Seeley wrote it, so it's good stuff. Next one is Harley Quinn number 6, United States of Lunacy. It's basically Harley and the old guy going after the last couple people on his hit list. And basically hilarity ensues. They're in a zoo. They take him out. Some of them really graphic. Like, the one lady gets gored by a freaking rhino, and the one dude gets a giant, like a giant thing just dents in his head, a giant pipe. I'm like, whoa. And basically you hear the backstory about the old man. And what is this? but basically, that's the end with the old man, probably. She'll probably find out because he was going to help her um, take out the guy who was organizing all the hits on her. So she'll probably team back up with him. So Harley Quinn, it's still really good stuff. Funny as hell. Fantastic Four exercise issue on number 5. Accused Crimes Against Humanity. This is a really good issue. Like, I'm hoping to God it doesn't get canceled from this stupid rumor that Marvel's going to cancel Fantastic Four because they don't want the movie to succeed. So I really hope they don't, because James Robinson's doing an excellent job on this comic right now. And basically, it's She-Hulk is representing the Fantastic Four in court, and basically they're just bringing up all the different things that they've done in New York City, and technically they took responsibility for them, but never got any flack for it. There's like, oh, thank you, but all this stuff happened and you took credit for it, but you didn't really get anything from it. But like, there's a bunch of different artists doing flashbacks in this. Like, that's Sammy, I think. It's another one right there, like Silver Surfer and Galactus. Right here, Annihilus and Blastar, which is really 90s. I think that's Ron Martz or Jim Starlin. The next one is really awesome. It's Jerry Ordway, which is really cool right there. But if you're a big fan of the Fantastic Four and like what they've done in the past, definitely check this issue out. And basically, Valeria is with Doctor Doom, and she's trying to make him do things that she thinks is right, and she wants to see Franklin. But all the kids in the Future Foundation get sent to a SHIELD camp, and Jim Hammond, the original Human Torch, is basically gonna take them under his wing and make sure they're safe. So that's pretty awesome, and I'm definitely looking forward to the next issue. But if you're really into the past history of the Fantastic Four, definitely check this issue out, because it brings up a lot of stuff that happened in the past. Next one is Guardians of the Galaxy, and now not featuring Captain Marvel because she isn't even in the issue. Basically, it's showing like in last issue, every member got captured by someone. Rocket Raccoon got captured by who did he get captured by? The Krees. Gamora got captured by the Badoon, and they want to know where Thanos is, and she doesn't know. Drax got captured by Gladiator and the Shi'ar. Right there. Venom was still on that planet where he was with Drax, I think. And the Secret Avengers come, but it's not really them, and it's Skrulls. So he's captured by the Skrulls. Groot was captured by the Brood. And they seem like they destroyed him, which is really sad because it's Groot, and Groot's awesome. And then, of course, Star-Lord was captured by um, the Spartax, and he basically escapes from them. But you don't know what's going to happen because he just jumps off a ledge like that. So um, they're all um, they're all scattered apart from each other, and you don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy not featuring Captain Marvel. Ooh, nice save. Um, Next one is the first Original Sin tie-in I read, which is Original Sin Deadpool number 29. Um, where Deadpool's still married, and they're fighting some vampire dudes. Um, but he goes. They flash back to Shield, and they find a birth certificate for his daughter, and he gets chased by Shield people. He switches the Bruce Banner's little placard on his door out with Men's Room, which is pretty funny. And he sees Dazzler, and he wants her to help him, but Dazzler's really a Mystique, so I guess that was in Uncanny X-Men, so I didn't know about that. But Deadpool's with Agent Preston and the one other dude, and basically they get blasted by the original Sin bomb thing, eyeball, and they basically see about Deadpool's daughter. You don't see her face, but they find out about her, and they see his family and everything. So the next issue is going to be a flashback to the past with him and Dazzler. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know how it's going to tie in with this. Maybe it's going to explain how he got with his daughter, but yeah, Deadpool number 29. And then these next ones were from June 4th. Original Sin number 3, right here. Basically, more investigating. The big thing happens with the eye where everybody gets flashed. Basically, it's Spider-Man saying, "What just happened? Was I the only one who saw? Oh no!" Basically, that's him finding out someone else was bitten by the spider. Who saw it? And she did and was. Luke Cage saying, "What the hell does this mean? Why would dot dot dot?" Hulk saying Hulk smashed Stark because he caused him to receive the gamma radiation. And Thor saying, "By the spires of Asgard, I have a sister." So that's interesting. They capture the orb, which I didn't mention was one of the villains. And then they go to the team with Winter Soldier, Moon Knight, and Gamora, and they basically find out in space a bunch of people who whatchamacallit, they're on the moon, and they find a bunch of gun casings, and they scan it, and someone killed the moon. So that happened. And Bucky just disappears. He blew up the spaceship, and he transports to where Nick Fury is, and he kills him. So that's interesting. And the last image is just Bucky holding a severed head of Nick Fury. So that's pretty graphic. So yeah, I'm really on this original sin thing. So I'm probably gonna read the original sins. With all the people who don't have ongoings, and they're going to explain like what happens to them when they find out what happens. I'm reading the Deadpool one. I'm reading the Fantastic Four one. I might read the Hulk and Iron Man one. There's some other ones too. Where are they at? I'm going to read the Daredevil one. I'm going to read the Spider-Man one. And then the Thor and Loki one I'm probably going to read because it looks like Angela is their sister. And then Last Will and Testament of Charles Xavier. I might check that one out. The Uncanny X-Men one. So, yeah. That's Original Sin right there. Really interesting. I'm wondering where this is going to go. Next one, Quantum and Woody, number 11. This basically is what happens after the museum break-in, and Quantum and Woody both in jail, and Clone 69 and Officer Cueto, they're basically talking and saying, she's saying to 69, basically, Woody kind of just like left you, so you better watch out. And Woody was captured by the big mech people who they thought he was working with. And yeah, that's about it. And so is Quantum. So they find out that the goat is actually their father, and they're captured by the guys. They messed up their machine at the Science Expo when they were younger, so that's who captured them. But they really have this interesting thing they're doing with Archer and Armstrong called The Delinquents. It's a 4-part miniseries, so that seems really interesting. I'll probably check that out. So, Quantum Woody 11. And then my pick of the week for last week is Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man, number 2. This continues where basically it shows Osborn go to Osborn Industries and get into his safe, and where he has all his stuff. So that's interesting to see what he's going to do there. And of course, Miles was with Peter, and he just wants his web blasters. That's all Peter's saying. Basically everything, and Miles is saying he wants Peter to go see Aunt May and Gwen and everything, but he doesn't want to. He hits him with the Venom Blast, and he basically explains they got bit by separate spiders, and Peter knocks him out, steals his web shooters, and he keeps saying he's a clone. So there's that, and then there's the other two spider people in the robot suits, which we don't really know who they are yet. And then he talks to Genki, and they realize that Jessica Drew's a clone of Peter Parker, so they shouldn't really be attracted to her because she's actually a guy, kind of. So, um, the end comes, and basically Miles is gonna tell Katie Bishop that he's Spider-Man, probably. So there's that. And then the cover for the next issue is him fighting Green Goblin. So this is really interesting. So there's that. And that's all the books for the last 3 weeks. Long 35-minute video. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be uploading the video for this week's pretty soon, probably. Hopefully, not. I won't have to do another one for like the last 3 weeks like this again. So thanks a lot, and see you guys later.